Let's start then. Let's not go others. Uh, I'll just start. So, welcome to the Inauguration Google Developer Students Club, Sister Nivedita University. We'll learn, analyze, solve, and make progress so that we face technically less problems. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us. I haven't written a proper speaker note uh, in in an expectation that will make it super interactive so I can navigate my paths naturally. And honestly, I'm not that good at writing. Anyways, uh, keep the chat on and let's start navigating our journey out. So SNUD's motto is like this for this year. We have kept the theme as learn, always solve. That summarizes to the less. It's maybe less problems, like less hassle, or like if we put some effort, the solution we build will be more efficient. So the less work will be done in the future. So at the very beginning, I have arranged a little funny, like maybe icebreaker event that I will share with you. It is a bit funny. So just I will, so I'm sharing the link. Go to this slido.com and put the code 096181. Coordinators and volunteers can paste that link in the chat. Uh, Please join it right now. I started. Please join. Okay. So these people has joined. Please start joining. Let's wait for another 2 or 3 minutes for people to join. Meanwhile, you can also like call your friends, join the event. Suppose if any of our speakers arrive, please give them the presenter permission. And speakers have to accept the request to actually get access. Okay, 28, not bad, but there is. Okay, 34, 35, 37. Join, be fast. You can join it with mobile, desktop, laptop, and And oh, I forgot to mention that at the end of the event, there is a gift from Google Developer that you can redeem. It's not a big gift like that, but it's a small gift, anyways. I don't think you should judge a gift by saying small or uh, uh, yeah. and the large gifts are coming up in future events, and also at the end of some stuff, of course. For now, please join the link. As soon as it reaches 50, I will start. Go, go, please. Make it 50. 47, 3 more. 48, 2 more, 2 more. Please join. 49, and there are 70 people. Okay, 50. Okay, so I'm starting the event. So whom do you when your program doesn't work? Yeah, 20 seconds to answer this. This is a random question kind of. I thought you were coming. Just tap on the option and click save. Okay. Okay, the Baba. Of course, Bob the Builder, not the Bob the Builder. Okay. GDSC is a event, a local community, or a global community. Okay, global community gets the majority, and it is the correct answer. And when you forget what your code does, what you will do. Of course, I will cry, but okay, research Google. But no, please write documentation, because everything isn't available on Google. If it is available on Google, then somebody has written it. So write documentation, please. And at the end, we have a gift form. Seconds is too much. Okay, GDSC, SNU, and Google developers, but the gift is not from us. What a programmer should do, but a doctor shouldn't. Yep. You should always search Google, because we all need some help, and do not get scared asking for help. So, who is in the leaderboard? Osama, first prize. Most second, kind of third. So, yeah. And fourth, Murakshi, fifth, Shanma. Nice. Hardest question was when you forget what your input does. Nice. So, this was a little icebreaker for you all, that everyone can join and you guys interact with us. After that, we're going to enter into the sorry into our main part of our. So, hello, I am Shomal Mandu of BTech CSBS, and your GDSC did for 2021-22. I was a student developer with the team of Google and develop open source software as a part of Google Summer of Code. That I like music. Uh, don't ask me what kind of music or what's your favorite music. Faster than the weather. So, but you can always put your favorite music in. After that, see what is our event's agenda today and co-part of today's event. So this is our agenda for the evening. There is everything isn't written here. It's a little bit summarized, and there will be a few minutes. You might be wondering, like, what is GDSC? Though I have connected with some of you and talked about this in an informal way in your class, but this is a formal. Let's introduce it formally so everyone gets a understanding. So, what is a Google Developer Students Club or GDSC? Google Developer Student Club are global technical communities of students powered by Google. This includes people, students, teachers, Googlers, inventors, innovators, local businesses, and NGOs. We all are part of a community called Google Developer Student Club. It is designed for students to gain knowledge in different Google technologies. It is built for networking, learning things for the local problems, and connecting with each other. So here's the thing I want to present from the Google Developer Students Club team themselves.
Developer student clubs are university-based communities where students learn about Google technology and use their skills to solve local problems. There are over 700 clubs all over the world. From North America to Europe, Africa, and across Asia, we encourage more students to join or start a developer club at their university.
Some students have overcome personal barriers with the help of their DSC community on their journey to become developers. These clubs help student developers learn through hands-on workshops. They then identify challenges, NGOs, and sometimes even their own universities and build real solutions for real problems.
The workshops that we actions on Google and we're about to do ML. It's an amazing experience to learn about the impact that the technologies provide in our local communities.
DSC is a family, and it's not just about the programming, it's about the learning of teamwork and leadership.
A lot of villages face the problem of water, farming, floods. Maybe we can develop applications to solve this problem. Might be very ambitious for us as students to say that, but nothing is impossible. We can do it.
Developer student clubs around the world have already impacted so many students in their universities and people in their community. The future is bright for the next generation of students.
Okay. So hope you like their presentation from the Google team themselves. So let's move on to how GDSCs impact the world. So students, irrespective of their backgrounds and majors, can come together and make something using Google technologies. Gather knowledge about a wide range of topics and acquire technical skills, tips, workshops, and various events. Over the years, GDSCs have thousands, if not lakhs of people, be it specially abled ones or fire affected people, as you have seen in the previous video. So also, that teamwork makes the dream work. So at the end of the day, we all have to grow as a team. Like grow to you can grow to an extent individually, but at the end of the day, everything converges to a team. So, and Google GDSC gives you the scope to do that in a very friendly way. Like there's super coders in here, and there are many people who are just starting out, and many of us who have lost their path, like me. I am still figuring out what to do. And here you will be a better engineer, a better friend, and maybe a as that we are operating in 700 plus zones globally. And there is another message from Google Solutions, Solution Day team. There is another message from Google Solution Challenge team. It is a global event that happens every year for exclusively for clubs like us, and uh, teams from us sends the solution to solve a global issue. For this year, the issues were chosen by United Nations 13 Sustainability, and one team from India actually make it to the top 3. So let's see like intro video of that. So we will get a broader understanding about how GDSC is actually help solving some global problems.
Welcome to Demo Day for the Google Developer Student Club's 2021 Solution Challenge. Over 2,500 students and 820 teams from around the world took on the mission to use Google technology to solve for one of the United Nations' 17 Sustainable Development Goals, aiming to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet. Over the last couple of months, the top teams received mentorship from Google through training events, code labs, and one-on-one sessions. Today, at Demo Day, the top 10 finalists are here with us live to demo their projects while judges at UNICEF pick the 3 grand winners. Months in the making, these students have come together with their local Google Developer Student Club teammates at their universities to create some truly inspiring ideas.
Yeah. I'm capping that video to this part only because otherwise it will be too lengthy for us. But you can also go to the YouTube channel, the Google Developers YouTube channel, and check out everything. The Indian, I think, the Eye of God app, which helps navigating navigation problems for blind people, and you can always check them out. And so this is our first year. Well, getting a GDSC at a campus was not an easy task. Neither pulling off this event in just 3 days was. We just made it in 3 days, thanks to our team. But more on that later. This is our first year of existence, and this is our very first event. And we're waiting for you all. But what we will do? You need to know the goals of this year. As this is our first year, there are a lot more groundworks that we have to go through to like establish this, and there are some projects that will definitely have to do, and there are a lot more paperwork and a lot more stuff. But I will discuss that in later slide. Let's summarize this this year's goal in few lines. So for this year, our goal is learning various technologies together. Almost all of us are like have started programming after getting into the college, and not just programming. Like you guys are like learning in theoretical manner. You guys are doing DSA algorithms, learning software life cycles, software designing and stuff. But almost all of us are clueless how can we translate them into a real world project, how a real life thing is things get done. Most of us get some exposure to industry when we get into an internship, or maybe when we get a job in 3rd year and 4th year. But why not we can learn from today? Why not we can just connect with each other, do a peer learning thing, and like let's make some real world, let's address some real world problems on our own. That will like develop our problem solving skills, not just solving skills but identifying skills also. To solve a problem, a real world problem, you first have to identify that problem, and that takes a lot of effort too. And after that, when you create something, you have to manage that, you have to manage people, you have to manage the project, you have to study your user base, and there are various other things that we will do this. Other than that, we will also recognize some rising stars among us. Some of us may like do incredibly well. It is our motto to recognize them and give a proper place for them, and open up some opportunities that they can leverage from our side. And that will be our token of appreciations. That will be our token of appreciations to them. Other than that, we will be connecting with other communities and collaborating with them in various other events. Like it can be co-DSCs, it can be co-NGO, other NGOs, and various other things in our college, maybe other colleges. The possibilities are infinite. So with that, I will like to move into our guest speaker session. And first of all, I will like to invite our head of the department, Mosul ma'am. She is here. Hello, hosts. Is
No, actually, we will get the introduction after some time.
okay. I will call ma'am when she arrives. Yes. So after that, Shahrukh sir, assistant professor, department of CSE, I will address a few words to the crowd.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good.
Yeah, thank you. So, very first, I am honored and happy to be part of this mega event, and I obviously congratulate Somodip for his hard working for last few months. So, this Google Developer Club is not an easy task for any university campus. Somodip has given his time, okay, for hard working. I salute his hard working. And I also congratulate all members, whatever the added in this club. So my request all of you to continue these things. Continue this club. Okay, and obviously next I am giving specially thanks to our HOD ma'am for continuous support. And obviously, people know we have an technical committee name is KIPSIS. So, apart from this Google Developer Club, we have 6 more clubs. And another my request to all of you or to the junior, to Somodip, this is third year student, so next year it will be handed to the another year. So I request the juniors to continue these things. Don't go for it. It is hard work has been given by the Somodip and his team. So this should be continued for our university. So thank you, Somodip and his team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. After that, I would like to invite Joy sir to share a few words. Is he here?
Due to some reason, he is not being able to join. So now you can ask the name.
Yeah. Then I request Sadip sir to share a few words with us.
Yes, thank you, Shomodip, and good evening, dear students, fellow colleagues, and members of the Google Developer SNU. I feel extremely delighted to be a part of the inauguration event of such a reputable and prestigious coding community club like the GDSC. So it is very inspiring to see such display from Shomodip and its team, who are keeping no stones unturned to move shoulder to shoulder with some of the best institutes of the country. So computer science and coding, we all know that has time and again proven its capability in solving real world problems, no matter how intensive. And the coding communities like these, like GDSC, they have also they have encouraged the students to like brush up their logical and analytical skills in parallel to their undergraduate course curriculum. So without any further delay, I want to congratulate again Shomodeep and his team for bringing GDSC to our campus. I'm extending my best wishes for this team of SNU, and I hope to see such participation from all our students, so that more and more coding communities get associated with SNU. So once again, thank you very much, and my best wishes for you.
Thank you, sir. And after that, do we have any faculties here?
Usmita ma'am is here.
Okay. Yeah.
Usmita ma'am.
Ma'am, please accept the presenter request. Honorable sir is here. Okay, so accepted. So Usmita ma'am, I can't see Usmita ma'am here. If other co-hosts come, okay. No. So I'll be calling Honorable sir to share a few words with us. Sorry. Sorry, sir, for the glitch. I would like to call Honorable sir to share a few words with us.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, myself, Dr. Animal Mitra. I'm right now on the way to back my home. I'm very much busy with the assignment in the morning. So I just want to say that best of luck to everybody. Best wishes for this team. You know the right. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And my request, one of my the most important request to everybody, do some initiative work. Okay. Your juniors were not very much interested for this kind of basically movement. I to explain then what is the importance of this kind of clubs, this kind of activity. Okay. And for your total journey, for your entire journey of this club or any kind of things, we from the computer science engineering department, all the faculty members always with you. You will full support. Very much best wishes. All the best. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for joining the event despite of being busy. Thank you for your kind words. And, okay. So let's figure out what is the club, our club structure. What is our club structure? I have already shared this like almost 2 weeks back, but some of you haven't completely figured this out. What is all of this? So I'm GDSC lead who will get connected to faculty advisors from our college and program managers from Google. Will get connected by them, and under GDSC lead, there will be several other leads and several other teams like app dev team, web dev team, AIML team, cloud team, cybersec team, AIVA team. These are all technical teams, and there are a few non-technical teams also, like content team and community relations team. So under the app development team, there will be an app development lead, and there are two ways you can build apps. Like there is an Android way and there is a Flutter way. We'll discuss about both the technologies and further down the line, but for now, like this is the formation. So there will be an Android team, there will be a Flutter team. One person can join multiple teams. There is no such restriction, but the leads will be joining only one team. In web dev team also, there only one team, that is web dev team. uh, because web is universal, unlike other platforms. Web is everywhere. And in AIML also, AIML is also a universal thing. So there will be a single AIML team. And other than that, the cloud team, cybersec team, and ARFA team are tinted in purple because these teams are actually cross-functional teams. These aren't independent teams. These will coexist with other teams like other teams like app dev team, web dev team, and AIML team. Because I do not in our campus as our college is pretty new, so most of us are just getting started with few technologies, and directly jumping to the cloud I do not think is a good idea. So, and I have rolled out anonymous form to all of you and gathered the interest cloud from you. And though cloud and cybersec were like one of the hottest topic in the campus, alongside web and Android, still I couldn't make cloud and cybersec separate, like a separate team, full-fledged team, because cloud is mainly used to scale systems and like it is a managed service most of the time. So when you will learn a little bit of maybe app development or web development, then moving to the cloud segment will be a better choice for you. So that's why these teams are integrated. And same for cybersecurity. I know some people study cybersecurity independently, but I guess for our DSC, for aligning with the DSC's motto to solve a real problem, it will be more beneficial to integrate it within our team so that we can make a solution more secure rather than like a curriculum-based cybersecurity. And same goes for AirFear. And AirFear app is also either an Android app or iOS app or web app. So that's why it is also a cross-functional team. And also, we do not have much of the experienced people. We have few of them, so it will be easier for us to manage also. Other than that, there are content lead, there are graphics team, technical writing team, resource design team. So graphics team will do the graphics work. Not only those poster making and stuff, there are a lot more duties in the graphics team, like video editing, and most importantly, UI UX designing. When we are building a solution, we must take care of the user experience. Otherwise, why someone will use UI? Because the market is almost saturated. You drop a problem, there will be certainly an app for that. And why will somebody use it? Because of better UI or better user experience. The technical writing team, as I have mentioned, you shouldn't cry when you forget what your code does. What you should swear that I will write documentation for the next time. So technical writing team not only will create blogs, will create good GDB files for our users, and also will help developers create concise and proper documentation for the code base, because as the code base grows, it will be very hard to maintain. And when our DSC starts a project, it is a lifetime commitment. It is not like that key, this will be ended for this year and we'll throw the projects away for several years until it gets matured. Even when it gets matured, we may decide to maintain it forever until this exists, if that is solving a real problem. And we may iterate over it and like make that solution even better. And the resource design team. For learning, we have like I have kept a separate resource design team that will create manage and collect several free resources available in the internet already, and of course verify them and rectify them if something is wrong. So newbies can directly get started within minutes, and within months they will be at least did something meaningful, and so they can present it to, like, write it to their CV, present it to their parents or whoever you like. And then the community relations lead. Building a community is massively depends on how your relations are with the community. So to manage that, there will be a community relations lead, there will be a social media team who will manage our social media posts, there will be an events team who will manage the events, and like take student suggestions and what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and stuff like that. And sponsorship team, we can partner with other GDSCs, with other NGOs and stuff, and this team will take care of those, and they will take care of sponsorship also, because you guys know we need some funds to properly. Sometimes we need to incentivize people, we need to build some things, buy some things, so we can also take sponsorship from outsides, because as you know that GDC is an open community, it is open to all. So yeah. With that being said, let's dive deep into some technologies that will GDSC. So it will make like it will add some context to your head that which way to move. As I have already mentioned the club structure, I will like that not every lead or every team member is selected. Some of them are selected. Mostly, most of them are from the non-tech side. As they helped me make this event successful, and I will address them later. But for the time being, I will like to call Ritik Kumar Singh to talk about Android.
Thank you, Somadip, and hello everyone. I'm Ritik, currently a third year undergraduate at Sister Nivedita University in BTech Computer Science, and you can connect with me on my GitHub at the rate Simba97, and also to connect with the rest of my social media handles, you can visit sednap.link/Simba97. So, what is Android? That's a very stupid question to ask, right? Most of you know what Android is. Many of you might be using your Android device to have logged into this meeting. But there are still few people who still think that Android is a range of smartphones. Trust me, I myself at some point of time believed that Android is a variety of phones. It's a range of smartphones, but it isn't. It is an operating system. Android, it is an operating system that is designed by Google. It was primarily developed by Apple Incorporated in the year 2003, and then later in the year 2005, it was bought by Google. And then since then, Google has been developing and maintaining Android, and it is based on the Linux kernel. It is primarily designed for smartphones and tablets, but it is not just limited to that. Android's user interface primarily involves direct interaction with a device, with the device, such as tapping, swiping, gestures, and many other functionalities. And moving on to the next slide. So, as you all know, Java was one of the first official languages that Google chose for Android development, and it still continues to be one of the official languages for developing Android app. And at Google I/O 2017, Google announced its support for Kotlin in Android Studio, and in May 2019, Google announced Kotlin as its preferred language for Android development. Since then, it has been well received by the developer community because Kotlin means less lines of code, it is easier to maintain, faster to test, and hence it results in a greater productivity in the developers. Also, many new APIs, and libraries that come under Jetpack, like Jetpack Compose, Ktor, Coin, these all are specially designed to use the features of Kotlin. So Kotlin, all in all, is a great choice right now for Android development. And there are many more features of Kotlin which will be later discussed in due course of time. So moving on to the next slide, let us see why Android. Why would one choose Android development? What is the scope that one has with Android development? Right, Android 1.0 was released on September 23, 2008. Its beta version was released somewhere 1 year back in 2007. And since then, it has come a long way since then, right? Increasing functionality with every update of Android, from Android 1.2 to Android 11, that is Android R, that is currently stable right now. And also, let us look at some stats. There is an outstanding number of over 3 billion devices in the world as of now, right? As of May 2021, and they are just increasing. Google has further developed Android TV for televisions, Android Auto for cars, and Wear OS for smart wristwatches, each with a specialized user interface. Many of you might know about this, right? It is also the largest installed base of any operating system. And as of now, the Google Play Store houses over 3 million apps. And maybe your app might be the next. So all in all, we can say that Android has a great future ahead. And I'm looking forward to you guys choosing Android development as one of your development paths. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritik, for your valuable insight in Android. And now let's move on to Flutter that I will add. So it is one toolkit for all platforms, and you can reach me out at unsuitable001 in GitHub. And GitHub is the preferable platform, or you can reach me out on Twitter also, or any other platform, I guess, at the same ID. So let's get into what is Flutter. So, hello, I am audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So what is Flutter? When you listen, like heard the word Flutter, you will be clueless. Like, what is Flutter? Like, it's not like Android or web. By listening to the word, you understand that what it does. But in case of Flutter, you may get a little bit confused. That I have seen personally. So Flutter is Google's UI toolkit for building beautiful apps. It is natively compiled, so it is incredibly fast, and like surprisingly, it runs in any platform, be it mobile, web, desktop, embedded device, anything. Like in Android, in iOS, Mac, Linux, Windows, and even probably in your fridge too, it can run. And surprisingly, it manages to do all this with a single code base. So you write it once and run it everywhere. So, but to develop a Flutter app, you need to learn Dart programming language, because all apps in Flutter are written in Dart. But you might be thinking that yet another programming language. But a good news for you is that Dart is very easy to understand, very easy to write. Like, if you are moving from Python, it will be friendly to you. If you are moving from C++ background, it will be friendly to you. From Java, it is the closest to Java, I guess. Kotlin, just add the semicolon after every line. It will be most probably a Dart. So it is very friendly language, and it is compiled language, just like C++. Not like Python, it is not an integrated language. So Dart is very fast, and Dart runs in any platform you can think of. And apart from that, there is another layer of sweetness for experienced developers, that Dart is interoperable with other languages. You can mix it with Java, you can mix it with Kotlin, Swift, Objective-C, even C++, like Rust, Go, anything. Even I did my Google project mixing Dart and C++. So they were surprisingly good together. So what is the scope of Dart and Flutter? Some of you have heard about Flutter, but some of you haven't yet, because it is fairly new. Flutter started just 4th of December 2018. It is, I guess, 3 years back only. But in 3 years, we have reached multiple incredible milestones. Like Flutter is the second most loved framework, and Dart is 7th most loved language, according to Stack Overflow insights. And programmer always goes to Stack Overflow. So it is, I guess, it is pretty much indicative what uh, what are the real world stuff. As I have said, that it works device you can imagine. So it opens up the market of billions of devices. It includes the market of Android plus iOS plus desktop plus web, anything you can imagine. Just imagine the market space. But you probably have are imagining that it only started in 2018. Who is using that? I haven't heard. But from Google, Alibaba, they are like tech giants. They are using that. You have probably used Google Pay. Google Pay is completely written in Dart, Flutter. Previously, it was written in Java, but Java and Kotlin, but they have moved it to Dart and Flutter. And from that, almost every startup who is starting their business today are going for Flutter because it is faster to get started and there are incredible possibilities you can check out. So I am looking after you to pursue Flutter in GDSC, and of course, like as Flutter plays along with the native Java and Kotlin also, so you can carry along with it while you learn Android or so like that to kill everyone or win every battle. So now I want to call Osama to talk about cloud and web technologies. Hi, Osama.
Hey, hi. Thanks, Somati. Hello, everyone. I'm Usama bin Junaid. I'm a third year CSE undergrad at Sister Nivedita University. But before I start the presentation, let me tell you my story first. So, first, when I came to Kolkata for this undergraduate program, I started looking for some communities where I can talk with people on my interest and learn from them. So the best I got that time was GDG, Google Developer Group, Kolkata. So I, along with Naveen Bhaiya and Smart Dada, we used to go to those events and learn from other students and the industry leaders. So now I'm currently working with C3M as a cloud backend developer, and I'm also doing my college. I'm in third year. Like I have 2 years of college, and I'm also working in the company. So my agenda for today's talk is introduce you to the two of the most important technologies, the cloud and the web. So let's start with a graph. This graph shows the internet penetration in India, which is still 34.4%, but it's much better than 2005. So, like as you can see, we have these tech giants like Geo, and everything is getting more dynamic these days. So people are coming online with different backgrounds and different needs. So there's potential to create services and products which we haven't discovered yet, right? So today's agenda, the web and the cloud. So I'll start from the web. So why web? The first question is why web? This first reason is accessibility. On the web, we do not discriminate whether you have a low-end device like JioPhone or a high-end like OnePlus. Whether you are in a Android environment or an iOS, all you need is a web browser that can render HTML and execute JavaScript. That's all you need. And the applications and service you create using this web technologies, they are by default accessible to every user across all platforms. And the second reason is it's mature and open technologies. HTML itself is 28 years old, JavaScript is 25, and CSS is 24 years old. How many of us love Visual Studio Code here? Do you know that Visual Studio Code is built using web technologies? It's just HTML, CSS, JavaScript running on Chromium. It's using Chromium under the hood. Chromium is the open source version of the Google Chrome browser we generally use in everyday life. So the openness of the web comes from the fact that no one controls the whole ecosystem. Instead of any organization like Google, Microsoft controlling it, developers like you and me submit proposals which gets democratically voted up and down and then standardized. So this mature and open technology is the second reason why I choose web over these other platforms. And the third and most important reason is developer tools. From developer point of view, you always want to have tools which help you write more efficient code which is manageable. So libraries like React, Vue, etc. and framework like Angular just fastens the whole development cycle, and it also boosts developer productivity. So after you have done your development, now you want to deploy your application. So how will you do it? Will you manage your own infrastructure, or will you borrow someone else? So this borrowing technique is called the cloud. Can you move to next slide? Yeah. So with cloud, we get these two of the most important features. The first one is agility. Assume you have an AI project which you are training an AI model which takes almost 256 gigabytes of RAM. Will you go to market and buy a computer with 256 gigabytes of RAM? No, you won't. So what you can do with the cloud, you just spin up a virtual machine with 256 gigabytes of RAM, do your processing, and then delete it after that. You just pay for the things you used and not for the hardware cost. So this is what cloud provides us. It abstracts the whole infrastructure layers and gives you services on which you can build your own apps. And the second most important part is again the developer experience. From a developer point of view, you are just deploying your app. You are just managing it. You are not managing the whole infrastructure, the networking, you are not managing the backups and everything. So that's it. You can join my team on the web and the cloud. So thanks, Samadip.
So, Osama, for such a descriptive overview on web and the cloud. I guess you, from Osama's word, you have already cleared that why I haven't created cloud team as an independent team and why it is a cross-functional team. After that, I will like to call Anurag Biswas to uh, inform us about machine learning.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Anurag Biswas, currently in the final year of pursuing BTech CSBS. Today, I will give you a short introduction on machine learning and artificial intelligence and tell you about its many applications. So let's get started. First, to understand machine learning, we have to understand how do exactly machines learn. And for that, we have to understand what exactly is learning. Learning is the process of acquiring new understanding, knowledge, behaviors, skills, or values. It is possessed by both humans and animals, and we want to mimic this ability to make the machines intelligent. Learning helps us to navigate through life and to better understand our surroundings. So first we have to understand now how exactly a human being starts learning. So first, this process starts with data, a data set. So think of an infant when their parents are making them learn something. Let's say, for example, some animals, let's say dog. Your parents want to make you understand what exactly a dog is or what cat is. So what do? They provide you with some pictures or video or audio clips and label them as dogs or cats. Your brain after that finds common all these pictures or videos, and then these patterns are analyzed and stored. After you will apply this newfound knowledge on new data set. So even if you don't you find a new breed of dog or a new color of new height, you will still be able to recognize that species as dogs because you found similar patterns from your training. This is a simplified concept, but this is how a human starts learning, and we mimic this ability in machines to make them learn something, learn new informations. After that, we have to understand what exactly is the difference between machine learning versus traditional programming. Why should we use machine learning when we already have ways to code? So in traditional programming, you have the input, then you as the programmer will create the program or the algorithm, and you will get the desired output. But in machine learning, it's a slightly different. You have the input, you have the output, and you will feed both of them to the machine so that it can find a eligible algorithm. In traditional programming, the programmer will create the logic and the code rules, while in machine learning, the algorithm automatically formulates the rules. The traditional programming will be used when the exact pattern of logic is known to you beforehand, while in machine learning, we find the hidden pattern by the machine by feeding them both the input and the output. Example of traditional programming where you will use is, for example, web development, Android development, or desktop applications development, while machine learning can be used, for example, in movie recommendation systems, product recommendation systems, image recognition, and many more such applications we will learn later on. Now, we have to understand the second part, which is artificial intelligence. IBM defines artificial intelligence, which leverages computers and machines to mimic the problem-solving and decision-making capabilities of the human mind. Artificial intelligence can be understood as a superset of machine learning, where in machine learning, we are only learning and applying these new algorithms, but artificial intelligence goes a step further and reinforces and invents itself to be better and improve over time. Intelligence is composed of 5 key parts. These are reasoning, which is seen as the action of thinking about something in a logical or sensible way. Learning, which we understood from the previous slides as acquiring new skills or knowledge. Then problem solving. We use these previous 2 things, reasoning and learning, to apply on various problems to find best suitable solutions. Then we have perceptions, which is defined as the way in which something is regarded, understood, or interpreted. The last is linguistic intelligence. It involves the sensitivity to spoken and written language, and it applies to the artificial intelligence ability to learn languages and the capacity to use these languages to accomplish certain goals. These 5 key points create an artificial intelligence. Now let us find what are the applications of machine learning and artificial intelligence. In today's world, the question shouldn't be what are the applications, it should be where we are not applying, because ML and AI are used in almost all walks of life and in all major businesses. For example, image recognition. When you are using Google search to find images or to find similar image of similar resolution or sizes, it's using machine learning, not traditional programming to find images. By this, we can find images which are like 70% or 80% of similar to the image you are searching. Next is movie recommendation system. For example, if you watch using Netflix, Amazon Prime, or if you even watch YouTube, you will see there are suggested sections where they recommend you various videos and movies. How are they doing that? There is no one present in Netflix or Amazon who are manually coding that if someone likes this movie, recommend them that. But the machine is automatically adapting and learning your taste and preferences. Similarly, we have product recommendation systems used by Amazon, Flipkart, and other retailers where they suggest to various products which you should buy or you may buy based on your previous expenses or previous purchases or other users' purchases. All these are using various methods of machine learning. Then we have speech recognition. If you have used virtual assistants in your phones, for example, OK Google, Siri, Bixby, or Alexa, all these are using neural networks and artificial intelligence to understand your natural language and process it and execute your commands. We have facial detection, which also use machine learnings. They are used for example, on various footages or for automatic attendance systems and many more. We also have predictive analysis. Machine learning and AI can be used to predict the future, not just the past and the present. We can use it for stock market analysis to predict whether the stocks will rise or go down, and even for business analysis so that we can get better profits. Now, the main question in everyone's mind should be, is machine learning tough? Is it vast? Is it big? How long do I have to learn for? The truth is, yes, it is a vast subject where multiple research is currently going on, and it is not something you can master in one day. But the good news is, machine learning takes a very hands-on based approach. You don't need to learn each and every algorithm, and you don't need to learn for years and years before you start making practical application. You can start building your own models and apply it on real life problems as you keep learning. Then there is incredible amount of free resources, often free and paid, on the internet. For example, even Google provides certifications and crash courses on these topics on both machine learning and AI. And they also give you in-depth details on how to use their APIs. The best part, as right now machine learning contains very minimal coding thanks to various modules available. Because you have to understand something. Machine learning is used by people from all fields, not just computer science engineers, from statisticians, business analysts, data scientists, and everyone uses machine learning. So multiple modules and libraries were created to make the task and the transition. For example, we have libraries like scikit-learn, which is open source and also gives you power to use various classification, regression, clustering algorithms in a few lines of code. We have Keras, an open source module which provides an interface to build artificial neural networks. We have TensorFlow, an open source library created by Google, which provide many functions for ML and AI. We have Streamlit. So if you have created an ML model, but want to create a web-based app on that, you don't need to write from scratch. Streamlit will help you to create your own machine learning app in a few hours. Now, if you have a crappy computer, your computer is slow, it takes time to load, it's not very powerful. There is, even for that, we have solution. Google provides the Google Collab, where you can use Google's resources for doing cost-intensive computations. For example, Google will provide you their own CPU and GPU so that you can do multiple algorithms and multiple computations for free. Lastly, I want to say is, don't be scared and don't be hesitant. If you have any idea where ML or machine learning and artificial intelligence is best suited, you join our GDSC and you start working on your dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuragha, for your awesome presentation. Really nice. And let us continue with the rest of the event. So I will jump into some non because it is equally as important as the tech side for us, because everything goes hand in hand to solve a real problem. So I will request Priya to share a few words about UI UX design. It's a people are pretty unaware about this field and pretty hesitant. Is Priya here? You are not audible. Hello, Priya, you are not audible. The mic is on, but we can't hear you. Hello, hello. You were audible for a moment. Hello? Yeah, I guess now. Hello? Well, let's wait for Priya for a minute. Hello?
Am I audible?
Yes, 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 you are audible. You are audible. Hello? You are not audible again. You are not audible right now. You are audible. Hello? Okay, let's continue. I guess Priya is facing some problem. We'll get back to her in a moment. Hello? Yeah, you are audible, I guess. There's something else. Hello? Yeah, you are audible. Hello? I think she is facing some glitches. So Yeah, we will come to her a little bit later then, until she figures out the problem. Uh, Hello. I think it is a problem in your headphone maybe. Hello. Okay, I'm moving on to the next slide, and when she will be available, please unmute yourself and interrupt me, not in the middle of the slide, but positioning. So I will call at that moment. Okay. So there was her slides. There are some presentation about UI UX. There are some reports, LinkedIn reports, and she'll talk about that in a moment, I guess. And then we are going to focus on documentation. Make your code speak to the world. When you write something, you should be able to communicate with others. Some people may not be as technically efficient as you, and apart from that, we lose context. We are humans. We deal with various things in a single day. So it is pretty easy to lose context. Like I forget everything in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I can't remember anything. So the best solution is write it down. Write it down, what it does, why it does. So, yeah. But I know documentation is hectic, but it is an necessary thing because people love and acknowledge proper written file. Suppose you are stumbling upon a project from another person and you do not have any instruction how to use them. What is this? You'll either get frustrated or you will just discard the project. Then it will be a pretty pointless thing. So we should always make a proper reading file or proper documentation file. Our memory is volatile, as I have talked before. Our memory is pretty volatile than our computers. So let our computer save the lines and the purpose of the code and why we did them, and let us be free from the mental burden of remembering everything. It's not just you, your friends should also understand. When you are doing teamwork, you are not the only one who is writing a code or who is creating a project. There can be tens of people, can be hundreds of people, can be more, can be from your university, can be from other, like as we will develop open source projects, anybody can contribute. Maybe from like from US, from maybe from Japan or somewhere else. So they also should understand what you were writing, why you were writing, and tell others what you have learned. Writing technical blogs are a great way to portraying what you have learned, what your project does, and making it understand to the whole world. And that will also add a lot more value to your resume than just linking your project.
Okay, so hello everyone, I am Priya Mondol. So I am currently interning as an UI UX designer at a startup. And today I've had this about the UI UX design. Okay. So you can connect with me on Instagram on Design Sphere, where I used to post UI UX stuff there. On to the next slide. Yeah. So what is UI UX? So as it is mentioned here, that an user-centered approach to solving design problems for various aspects like product, service, person's needs. Okay, so users' need is how like product or service will work in a real world with the real people. For let's say any website, any app, or any other digital products. So it's where like you will uncover or validate the user's need, which should be from the basis of design, shiftings, hypotheses, conducting user interviews, and testing the all this process involves in the journey of the entire. So, since we are entering a new era of this digitalization after the lockdown, and in a world where like social remote, so we are relying on more on digital products and services. So there's never been a better time to career in UI UX. So, now there's a market demand to pursue UI UX. So moving on to the next slide, it's presented. Yeah. So here's a LinkedIn report is given. So according to the LinkedIn report of 2020, UI UX design was one of the top 5 in-demand skills of in 2020. As you can see, 10 hard skills of UX design. So like now companies are wanting to grab the advantage with better UX. Competitors. Startup to be successful, there are many underlying factors behind it. So having an aesthetically pleasing user interface, that's a UI, and a great user experience, that's a UX. This two part of an entrepreneurial success. As you can see, the market, having a proper structured product is a must if you want to stand out in the crowd. Yeah, that's all. And like the whole design process involves a lot, which to you in the upcoming days. And yeah, I would look forward to you guys to join my team. And
Thank you, Priya. Is ma'am joined us? Okay, so until ma'am joins, if ma'am joins, please interrupt me. Let's move on to the overview of this year. Or let's figure out a timeline, because with a timeline we usually I am a very lazy person. So if I do not have a deadline, I do not start work. So let's figure that out. So our cloud campaign one is coming up, then Android campaign, then Flutter campaign, then solution challenge. That video I have presented earlier. That thing will happen. Then cloud campaign 2, web campaign, and ML campaign. These are guaranteed events. These will be minted by Google themselves, and these are guaranteed events. And apart from that, they will do a lot more things that I'm not putting in a timeline because the team isn't formed yet. None of the tech leads have been chosen. None of the team members have been formed. I will open the form once again and distribute the link to all of you so that you can apply. And we'll sit down together and figure out the final timeline so I can assure that what will happen this year. Other from our side, we will do hands-on workshops, we will do open source projects and lots of open source projects. We will do hackathons, we will do events with Google developers experts, Googlers, GDCs, Google developer groups, and GDSC leads. Partnering with various GDSCs and NGOs will be goal of this year. And we'll do all of them. Just note it down in your notebook and put a checkbox so that we can track our progress for this year. And then being a member, like many of you are confused like how to be a member, how to be. You can just navigate to gdsc.camera.dev/Sister Nivedita University Kolkata, and you will get a join us button. When you will click the join us button, you will be a part of us. And that is the only way to be a part of us. There is no alternate way. There is no alternate sites you can go to. This is the only one-stop shop. But I know previously there was Sister Nivedita University without the Kolkata part, but that is a different thing. That is not on a working link. And this is a working link. You will get overview of college and So just recognize it is our official page and only official page right of now. And to be in this community, just I just need two things: the willpower and the teamwork, and that's all needed from your side. You can, I guess, you can contribute 15 to 20 minutes from your life to GDSCs, and that I guess that will be enough for forming a healthy community. And in this event, I am going to launch two open source projects that will maintain throughout the lifetime of GDSC SNU, and those are GDSC SNU website and GDSC SNU app. You're probably wondering what GDSC SNU app does. I will keep that a secret for now. I'll document it on the GitHub, and in future we'll organize an event. Maybe that will be an orientation event for you all, not for you all, but for the members, for the leads, and there I will disclose a lot more of regulations, a lot more of scoring structure in GDSC, the maintenance structure, the guidelines, and the best practices there in a separate event. And also get ready for Winter of Code 2.0 collaboration with IIIT Kalani. We're going to pull off, and maybe it will happen in December or January, I guess. It is not final yet, so you will not find any public announcement about this, but we are proceeding to make it a success. And then how to be in our organizing team. We have already seen that some of the speakers are from organizing team, some of non-speakers are from organizing team, but how you can be a part of organizing team, and what do you get from this? We will help the club run better and efficiently. We will get mentorship from Google. We will get lots of connections, swags, industry exposure, connection from fellow GDSCs, fellow GDs, fellow GDGs, and a lot more, and a lots of duties and working parts. And as ma'am list us, if ma'am list us, please. Okay. So after that, we are almost done with our event. And as I have said, there is a small gift for you. Please look for that. And I will also wait a minute. I have a special gift for you. See this. Who is this? This is Dash. This is our. This is Flutter's mascot, actually. So yeah, say hi to Dash. Yeah, he helps me in debugging various Flutter codes, and yeah, hello from that side. And apart from that, we're moving to the Q&A section. I have a lot of you are interested in seeing that. Hello. So please start putting some questions here, and if some of you want to come to the panel and speak, please write it down in the chat also. Please hurry up. We are running out of time. Well, scheduled it to end at 8:30. You will not be removed on 8:30, but I want to be on time. Just write your questions. Write down your questions, either in the Q&A or in the general. Like.
Any question?
Yeah, we will get a badge for now, and at the end of the year, you will get a lot.
Oh, okay. So next you have to create a badge as quiz.
No, I do not have to create the batch, but it is given from Google themselves. So it is generated from Google side, and it will be available for lifetime.
Okay.
It is not given by us. It is given from Google.
Okay, and the quiz interface was
it
created by you or?
It was a service called Slido, where use that to create a quiz interface. Yeah. I will pin. Okay, we have pinned. Okay, thank you for pinning the gift link, and do register on foreign admits event, because some of you are very interested in doing foreign studies. But for now, I will move on to the question and answer section. When we having the selection process for the leads? Okay, we will be starting the interviewing process for the leads in most probably in the next week. I have folded it because some of you are confused that like what GDSC is and how everything is structured, what we will do. I thought inauguration session will be the best thing to do that, and then I will start processing those requests. And for your information, I will not be interviewing you guys. I will most probably not interview you. I will be a maybe be a co-interviewer, but I will not be a main interviewer. The main interviewer will be outside the college. How can I contribute more in the club? You can contribute by being a co-member, of course. That is a good thing to do. Apart from that, by being a general member also, you guys can contribute. And general members' contributions are the more meaningful ones, and those are the parameters that makes our GDSC stand out to the global audience, because the core team will be tiny, right? The majority of the people will be on the general team. So you can just the start a thing is to start. You do not have to be perfect. Just go ahead, make a pull request, anything. We'll make another event. We can make another workshop, how to make a good PR or anything. But you can just go ahead, go to our GitHub page. Yes, github.com/GDSC. Yes, listen. There are two repositories. One is badges repositories, one is another one. One is for website. For website, you can and for the badges part, that we do not accept external contributions for them, because those are for our backup purposes. And when we will get pizza? Okay, GDSCs are famous for giving out pizzas. But as we are in the virtual event, I only can send you a pizza emoji. Let me find a pizza emoji. Pizza. Pizza emoji. And apart from that, like, we are counting events, how many events we have done, and when we will meet in the campus, we'll give Coke also. We'll give pizza and the Coke together. But like, if you organize 5 events and then we meet, then you have to finish 5 pizzas together. That is the only requirement. When will the mentor will be announced? Mentor will be announced along with the leads. Okay, and the contribution part, I want to continue the contribution part. Even if some of you develop a great app maybe outside of the ownership of DSC, we will also recognize that with a badge, with swags maybe, and the more well we perform, the more sponsorships we get, the more partnerships we get. The more partnerships we get, we get a scope to make a bigger impact. And also, I know you all are excited for pizza, Coke, and maybe some travel somewhere, and maybe some swags, badges, stickers, t-shirts. And for that, you have to perform well, and that completely depends on our performance. And those will be dispatched after this year, at the end of this year, at the end of this 21-22 tenure. I guess everyone will get something from this, from the materialistic part and from the learning part both. The learning part would be a bit more, I can confirm that, but your progress determines what you will get on the materialistic. Any other questions? Make sure that you redeem the code and be a member. And before you say bye, is there any questions? Or otherwise, I will go to the credit slide. If there are any questions, please post them as soon as possible. I guess if ma'am is here, then, okay, we are about to wrap up. So if there is nothing else, co-hosts can paste our social links. And okay, please tell me that what is your preferable mode of communication, Slack or Discord? Please do a battle in the chat fast. Okay, Discord, Slack, Discord, Slack. Fast. Discord takes the majority.
Hello.
Slack.
Am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible?
You are audible. Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So
you are audible. Hello.
We have a message. Our honorable HOD. So the audio due to some network issues, ma'am will not be able to join. So here is the audio. I'm playing it. Okay.
Happy and proud to announce that today we have successfully opened Google Developer Student Club for Sister Nivedita University. So we are a very new university with 3 years of experiences, but still we managed to open this. So this is no doubt a really proud moment for all of us in our department. I wish my all the very best for the members who would lead the entire community members, and I hope you can successfully run this club for a long time. And this is a very good platform to share with others. So this is not only the technical knowledge, along with this we need to know some content writing skill, and we need to have some graphics designing skills also. So I want to wish my all the very best to you all. Best.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words and for putting such an incredible effort to send us the voicemail. We are sorry for the technical glitch, if that is from our side. And yeah, so there is a battle. Slack X100, Slack, Discord, Slack. Okay, it will be better if you can write it once and like use thumbs up or thumbs down. Then it would have been better. But I will monitor it, or if I can't decide like what platform to choose, I will just roll out another form maybe. And after that, I will roll out another mail to join that server, either Discord server or Slack workspace, and make sure you register as a member. Otherwise, I will not be able to give you the mail, because how do I know? Okay, you are free to ask anything. We're running out of time, so we'll move to we'll wrap up soon. You can always ping us at google.psc@snuniv.ac.in. You can always mail us in this ID, and probably you get a reply within a day. And all of this setup is done in only 3 days, and it wasn't possible without some of our incredible members like Sorit Roy, Priya, Shorna, for the graphics team, and in social media team Piyush, and for the content team Kaninika. And other than that, we have to plan the event, arrange the speakers, invite everyone, put some effort, and then only proper presentations come out. And sorry for any faults we have made, as this is our first big event, and the time frame is so short, and everything is online. You can't interact with you much, and everything is virtual. You can't feel anything, you can't see anything properly. It is a pretty bad situation. I think we'll recover it very soon, and we'll meet in the campus. And then I would like to thank all of the faculties who have shared their kind words and are supporting us who has managed time to join our event despite of their busy schedule. I would like to thank all the speakers, and there are some members I want to personally thank from the community. They are not yet part of the internal team, but still they have contributed a very good amount of work, and without them the GDSC will not exist. So I will want to thank Pavan, Mosumi, Smartho, Manish, Kushal, Shanmoy for their effort, and I will also want to thank Shubham, Roop, Sagnik, Naveen, and Surajit for the great efforts despite of gaining kind of nothing. And if somebody's spelling is wrong or the class is wrong, I'm sorry, and please do inform me for the corrections. And lastly, I would like to thanks to all of you, each one of you, for attending this event in such a short notice and listening to us. That was all from our side. All the best. I'm expecting most of you to be a part of this community and maybe be a better developer and a better friend. Bye.